was a great year. Okay, and so before I get into the stats, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who volunteered during the campaign. I have to read from my speech because if not, I'll probably tear up too much. So I have to read from that.
Your handwritten stuff.
Not today. Each and every one of you that are here today, you were key to our success. Even if you weren't actually at the pavilion volunteering with us, you supported one of our volunteers, and that was key because the volunteers are what made it a success, right? We had this is one of my stats earlier, but we had about 50 volunteers this year that helped out with the campaign, so it was great, right? From Dave Klein, counting every toy that went into his car as he took it from his place, to Frank, back in his 1914 Model T all the way up to the door to unload the toys out of the car, right?
Yeah, well, that's raining.
That's what Frank did. So that he stayed dry, he backed his car all the way up onto the sidewalk.
There's other cars in the Hitmobile.
Jim Wright isn't here today. I did talk to Jim and tell him thank you for all the help that he did. But for Jim Wright, counting every toy that he took out of the box with his little clicker, click, 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 so he could keep track of it. To Thea, resorting the stocking stuffers every time that she did. To Cindy, bringing the margaritas for us. And what would we have done without Dawn buying us lunch? Seriously though, there are some key people that I really need to recognize. And at the top of my list, of my official list, are our route drivers. So we had officially 8 route drivers. So without you driving the miles and carrying the crazy amounts of toys to the pavilion, we couldn't have done it. We couldn't have had such a successful year. So if I could have Jack and Tom and Dave, right? Jack and Dave, and Tom is over here in the corner. I'm going to make them come up to the front.
This is some artwork that the Toys for Tots competition. This artist, and he signed these. So we got these signed and they're numbered, I think. So to the country route drivers, all the route drivers, but the ones that the 3 she mentioned.
So those 3 they had over half of by my count, of the official count, that Karen kept for me. Where's Karen? Where is Karen? Over in the back. That Karen kept the spreadsheet for us, made sure everything was on the website. If somebody told her they put a box there, it was on the website. But those 3 guys, they managed, by my count, half of the locations that we had on our house. Those 3. So next year, I want you guys to keep track of your mileage, because I want to know how many miles you drive. You pick up all those boxes every time that you pick them, drop them off, pick them up, and drop them at the pavilion. So you guys were crazy. So Ron mentioned that the Marine Corps commissioned that poster. The guy who did that, his name is Charles Pisano, and they had him do it in the style of Walt Disney, because Walt Disney did the very first poster for Toys for Tots. So there was a ceremony last year with the Secretary of the Navy when it was presented, because Secretary Del Toro was a former Marine, right? So yeah, so that was last Vincent. There you are, Bob and Frank, who each also had 8 locations each by our official count. So they picked up boxes from a lot of places too, and a lot of amazing places. So you guys did amazing. You guys they're getting a poster too, because you guys did so much driving for us. It's crazy. And I can't. Frank Mathers isn't here, and Fred Warmer isn't here, right? So they picked up for us too as a route driver. And then I would be remiss to not say my husband, who got the short end of the stick. He was the assistant coordinator. So I have to recognize Ron. So yeah. Okay. And there are several who on our official list that Karen maintained for me. When I said I need some help, and Karen was willing to, she's like, I'll do it from New Jersey. She was so willing to help teleworking for us. That weren't official route drivers. Chuck
Hey, you've done
When
an
I called and said
outstanding
it started
job.
bitching
You're
about
doing
something.
well.
Okay, so I do want to recognize the top 3 people who helped, based on the sign-in sheets at the pavilion, the most. So any ideas who was there the most?
Girl.
The girls?
Later.
Maybe next year.
Oh.
Maybe next year. Who? Gina and Dave. Dave, Chuck, and Jack. So Chuck, they were there more than 11 times. They showed up. So Karen, again, I can't thank you enough for helping me from long distance and being my sounding board when I said, hey, how was this? I need to talk to a lady. I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I need to talk to a lady about some of my frustrations on this. So Karen was that person. I could call her up and talk to her. She helped, and she said, well, if I can do this for New Jersey, I'll help. So she was great on managing. Rick didn't make it down, but I called, one night we were with our grandkids, and I sent something. I wanted it to go out, and I was actually in Kentucky, and I needed to send something out, and it was late. And I knew if I didn't send it, I wouldn't get it out to Rick to send it out. And it was like 12:15, because I've been with family. Rick messaged me and called me back at like 1 in the morning, because he was still up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was not messaging. So Rick was on top of it when I needed to get something out, at the last minute. So Rick's not here, but I want to make sure I recognize Rick as well. So, and then how about our new volunteers, right? Our new volunteers that we had, the ladies that showed up to help us out, right? Cindy and Fran, I don't know if you guys helped last year. Maggie came and helped. So Linda was there at one point. Sammy came and helped. So our new volunteers, this is awesome. Next year I hope we get some more new volunteers, and I really hope that we make them feel welcome so that they'll come back and help us again next year. The most important statistic that I have to tell everybody is that we helped 4,406 kids. Wow. So that's awesome. The community donated 5,467 toys, 213 books, and 3,674 stocking stuffers. Now, this actually, our number is, according to the foundation, that will be publicly known, is that we donated and distributed 10,075 toys. Wow. Okay. Last year it was 10,081 toys. So this year we did fantastic. And in 2022, the campaign raised $24,465.
Amazing.
Wow. That's more than 2021. So, if you guys want me to do it again, I will do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a vote right now. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? There you go.
You want to oppose it? You want to oppose it?
Unanimous.
Come on, please. No, don't make it unanimous. Because now that I'm done patting us on the back for how well we've done, our campaign would be nothing without the guys who started this back in 1989, right? Jim's not here. Jim was one of the founding ones. Jack's been around forever. Don's been around forever, right? We have a lot of that have been around forever. So it's not trying to step on anything, but it's making it even grow from what those guys did, because you laid the foundation. I'm so appreciative for the bridges that you built with the businesses in the local community, so because you know everybody down there. So I think it was just a fantastic year, and it warmed my heart to do this and to see some of those parents that came in to pick up their toys. And we have got a couple thank you letters in already from folks who got them in from the foster care, from a couple of the churches that said thanks so much for helping out. So yeah.
Well, if you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. born by God's dear grace in an extraordinary place where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly. It's a big old land with countless dreams, and happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should.